Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, do business owners have the right to refuse service to certain customers? Well, it really depends on what kind of service and also on what kind of customer, because it's one of these rules that definitely is not actually really, it's dependent. If it's for a racist thing, is it for the fact that maybe the person's being loud, or the person is disrespecting the job and stuff, the workplace, the business place that they're trying to buy stuff from? Then I think that they do have the right to refuse service. It kind of goes with the same way of, hey, if you don't have money to pay for that service, well, I can refuse that service. Well, it kind of goes that same way. If it's a public place and you come in completely dirty, or somebody's smelling so badly that all the other customers are going to want to leave that business, I think it's okay to ask for that customer not to be a customer and to leave. But now if we get into a situation where it's based on racism, or it's based on something that's actually non-existent, that's just because they don't want to serve a woman, or they don't want to this and this and that, well, then it becomes wrong. But then also, if, for example, like in America, we don't condone or allow legally someone to drink till the age of 21, and now they've upped the age of buying cigarettes and stuff like that. If it's part of the law that you cannot do a certain thing, well, I think it's acceptable to refuse service. So I think it's kind of like to the owner's choice, because it is their place to accept certain people and to not accept others, as long as it's within the laws. And that goes back to racism, the fact that maybe kids cannot be in a certain place, or also if, for example, you own a bar and you see that the person is completely plastered, they've drank so much that it's gonna, they could end up hurting someone, or that they could end up doing something silly. Well, I think it's not out of this world. I don't think it's too much to ask to say, you know what, like, I'm just not going to accept that customer, because that customer may actually hinder my workplace, or that customer might actually break something, or break himself, or hurt someone else. So that's where I think that, how they put those signs, we have the right to refuse service. I think that's very important. Now, in places where I think they're not, or they should not refuse any services, those places are not really businesses. They're more like, although in America they are businesses because they charge so much, but hospitals, for example, a hospital should always accept anybody. And that's just because some people might be sick, some people might not be sick, some people might be saying this and this and that, and maybe they might be in a condition where, money or no money, they should still be able to really be able to get the service that they need on a humane perspective. And that probably goes to any other services I'm not talking about, that is about humanity, that is about health, that is about keeping the people alive. Those ones should, under no circumstance, what the age, the race, the person being homeless, not homeless, even if they are not completely there, then they should, on top of accepting them, they should figure out some sort of authority to come and help them in that situation. But then those people definitely should be always open to anybody. But that's a different kind of thing, and I don't think that that's what we often consider as a business, even though they do make a lot of money out of, the medicine industry and the medical industry and the industry of pills and all these things. It's one of the most profitable markets in the world because people are always going to be sick. People are always going to need some sort of help at some point or another. So that's the kind of business that never goes bankrupt, except if there's nobody in the world. But if there's nobody in the world, then there's nobody to make a business. But yeah, those are the profitable kind of businesses, and the businesses that basically should never say no. But other kind of businesses, yeah, you have to use your best judgment. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.